I don't know about that one. Maybe inside the car.
Real quick. Yeah, anytime I start the car up, it gives me the set temperature for when the car's been sitting, and then it kind of climbs down.
Okay.
We just got.
Wow. Yeah. This is take 2.
Yeah, we had just a little interruption. It was
a guy we know that works here at the mall we go to.
Warning us of skunks and darkness.
Yeah, the lights apparently shut off, which...
That's a movie I watched. Skunks in the Darkness.
Sounds kind of like Zombeaver, but like a mixture of Zombeaver.
I want demonic skunks attacking
and the
people.
Darkness.
So basically, it's skunks taking people out, and you got to get the big game hunter played by Michael Douglas.
I just want Aragorn to be wandering through a mall parking lot with like
Aragorn.
Yeah, he was in Ghost in the Darkness.
Aragorn. Viggo Mortensen?
Yeah, I couldn't remember his actual name.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
Do you think he was the hunter?
Okay, I just want to point out we are now getting on to a discussion about another movie.
Which is what you need to see. Ghost in the Darkness is awesome. But no.
This movie was
Sorry, that was
shit.
Michael Douglas, by the way. That wasn't Viggo Mortensen, and it was Val Kilmer.
Was it Val Kilmer?
Yes, Val Kilmer and Michael Douglas.
1 second.
Good Boys sucked. Review done. Later. No. Here's the biggest problem for me, and honestly, I'm going to be flat out straight with you guys. This is my new worst movie of the year, and the reason for that is kind of a similar thing with The Sun Is Also a Star, but taken to a different degree. Is that I could see the elements of a good movie laid within it. There are moments where me and Mark got a good belly laugh. There was here and there.
A couple here and there.
Yeah, it was like if I were to if I were to splice like the scenes or jokes that all actually work together, this 90-something minute movie, or actually just like barely 90 minutes, 10 minutes. I
had to repeatedly take off my glasses just so I could sit there.
I had my hand in my face like, oh God.
Because the biggest problem is, and I think this is kind of a like 2010s kind of a thing, where during the 90s you had a lot of dark humor. Dennis Leary was big, a bunch of stuff like that. For some reason, the recent trend has been more cringe humor. And I do not like that shit. I do not like embarrassing humor. I don't like cringe humor. And that's what this was for the most part.
We're having a discussion about this. And things like Family Guy, even though Family Guy can still make it work, but that's because Family Guy is in an animated format.
And they have a writer.
They have better writing than this film did.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Let's stop. Let's imply that joke, but not say that joke.
Yeah, we were having a conversation with the guy, our friend who works here. It's like they know how to write that line correctly. This movie doesn't even know where the line is. It's like...
One of the biggest issues I also had that I was kind of pointing out is there are points where I personally found it a little uncomfortable just because these are kids. Like,
they're supposed to be about
honestly
12.
Look younger
than what they're supposed to be
than
portraying.
what they're supposed to be. Like, I remember when I was that age, it wasn't like that. Hell, fucking...
I was 6 foot at 12. But
I think at that point, I started to have
I had some facial hair.
A little bit of facial hair around...
Now look at us,
around
folks.
like 6th grade. Well, no, 6th grade. I didn't have facial hair.
Yeah, 6th grade, I actually had a little bit of a chin beard going on.
Like, I was one of the tallest people in 6th grade.
I was the tallest in my class.
And, like, I don't... This does not match
These kids
up
look like
to
they're
that.
at best 10.
But the issue I had to explain that is the fact that they're kids. So it's mildly uncomfortable when you have scenes where it's like...
They're just swearing up a storm for no reason.
No, I don't give a shit about that.
Oh, you don't? Oh.
No, where it's like one of the kids, he kisses a
real
sex doll. A real doll.
Oh, my God.
He kisses on the mouth, which, oh, ew. Then they go one step beyond.
Why is it sticky? Why is there hair in its mouth? Like,
The joke wasn't that great.
Fuck you.
And
the delivery. Just,
the fact that
not a delivery.
they're kids makes me personally
But it goes beyond
uncomfortable.
that too. At one point they have to, and you actually walked out for this scene. Steven, it's the scene with the real doll. Basically, Stephen Merchant's the guy who's going to buy the kids. I can't remember. Lucas's like car that's going to pay for the drone.
Oh no, I was there for that part.
Really?
Yeah.
Where they open the door and they have sex toys as weapons.
No, I wasn't there for that part.
So
I was
what
there for
okay.
the part where he's looking at the cars.
So yeah, what happened? You basically missed it. Well, okay, this guy's gonna be here soon. We gotta get some weapons. I found these weapons in my mom and dad's closet, and it's like a gimp mask. They find fucking anal beads. He uses a fucking nunchucks. And I told you this. The main character for his little girlfriend gives her the anal beads as a necklace, not realizing what the fuck they are. They make the "it smells like shit" joke, and then when the guy Steve Merchant comes to the door, and they make a pedophile joke at him. One's got a gimp mask, one is holding a fucking vibrator, and the other one's holding anal beads. Like, yeah! And they're using the sex doll as like a stand-in for the mom to have its back turned so they think the mom's there. Just. And then they had the audacity to have a running subplot with some characters that are kind of likable. These two girls who just want their drugs back.
They just want to do some Molly and go to a concert.
Seriously. And then they come back and we care more about you than we have these entire characters.
Because honestly, those two
We're realistic.
like
For the most part.
they seemed a little older than like 6th graders.
Yeah. Well, no, they
But
were well
not
older.
by-
They were no. Those girls were at least 16.
Well, yeah, but what I mean is not by such a huge margin to where I think you could have set the movie on them,
I could have followed the movie on them a lot
And-
better.
had a roughly similar plot, and it would have been better.
Yeah. Because there's jokes that are happening with them generally that work most of the time. But they're only sporadically in the movie. They disappear, then they come back. It's like, okay, the movie kind of picks up a little bit. Then something happens, and it's just bull crap. And I'm sorry, we've been talking about this repeatedly. There's no excuse for how horribly dumb and ill-informed about the world these kids are.
Well, they establish the kids have access. Well,
Yeah.
they don't specifically say Google, but
They have access to the internet, and they can even look up porn. They can do that. They do
they
that
have
at one
access
point.
to all that shit. So
How do they not know this shit?
why don't they look up some of the shit?
Is that
In the movie tries to cover for it by doing a callback like, oh, we get it too. We think it's funny too. Like just because you acknowledge shitty writing doesn't make it good.
It doesn't make it any less shitty. It just makes you a little self-aware, but that doesn't mean bullshit. That doesn't mean anything.
Well, because the girls at one point are like, yeah, just look up kissing on the internet. That's what everyone does.
And that's a callback to the previous scene where they were trying to figure out how to kiss. Like, type in a kiss. No, type in boobs. And it's like, no, type in porn.
But
It's like,
dude, it doesn't fucking matter.
No, I'm not arguing
Like-
the point with you. That's the thing. It's like, it's like someone.
even if it was a fucking callback,
I get
it
it.
is still shit writing.
I'm not arguing that point. I'm just
I know.
explaining the
I'm
scene.
just saying, like,
I'm in complete
the fact that
agreement
it's a
with you.
callback doesn't.
I'm just explaining how it is a callback and how it's self-aware, but it doesn't matter that it's self-aware. Oh man, it's out. The more I talk about it, the more I'm like, this is bull. This is like, for instance, there's a joke that you hear in the trailer. It's like, she's a nymphomaniac. She starts fires. No, that's a pyromaniac. She's a nymphomaniac. Means she has sex on land and water. Your mother drank while you were still in her stomach. I'm sorry. There's no reason you should be this fucking dumb. I'm sorry. Oh.
And there are a bunch of scenes all throughout the movie.
And they have the balls.
Where you just sit there and go,
make it stop.
you were shit at this.
Make it stop.
You were a
Make it
shit
stop.
person. Why are
And
you
they have
so
the
crap?
They try to have the balls to add legitimate, like, heartfelt, you know, like, dramatic moments. Like, this is like childhood. This is us.
Badass music. And
yeah.
No, you haven't earned that. No.
The only time they earned it was during the paintball fight in the frat house. That was it.
Yeah, and that honestly seems once again like it was taken from a better movie.
Yeah.
Or you could have put it into a better movie.
Because basically what it breaks down to is individually, a lot of these things still don't work individually. But a good portion of the scenes that, as they continue on, don't work, could work as just like maybe 2 or 3 minute snippets of something. Like the whole scene in the convenience store was ultimately not a bad scene. Just give me that scene alone, I'm like, okay, that was funny. All right, fine. But then you keep going on with this bullshit.
I feel as though they could have edited out a lot.
Oh, they could have.
At the same time,
yeah, but then
the question comes to mind: if this is the stuff they left in,
what did they take out?
Exactly.
What did they take out? Oh my God.
Because this movie is only about an hour 30 or less.
Yeah.
Like, we got here at 7. We got out around 8:30.
Yeah, 8:47, something like that.
Yeah.
And we didn't even sit through the majority of the credits.
We sat through enough because we were
enough.
sitting there and we're like,
Oh, what if they have a
like, you were looking something up and I'm like, dude, they might have an after credit scene.
And I'm like,
we need to get the fuck
and
out
I
of
just
here.
realized, fuck, this is the type of movie that might do it, like blooper reels or something. Okay, I'll admit, blooper reels might be at least somewhat humorous for this movie. But I don't care about seeing them. I don't know how much else we have to add on this. This actually felt draining.
I honestly,
This felt a little draining.
well, that's the thing, is sometimes I was okay with it, and I didn't. Overall, I don't think I disliked it as much as you.
Oh yeah,
But for
really
me,
didn't
this
like
is
it.
kind of movie where if I was closer to that age, I might kind of enjoy it and get
You'd
it.
like it more, probably.
And I would be like, ooh, this is risque.
I feel
cool.
like a grown-up.
But because I'm an adult,
This is just
and this
asinine.
movie is rated R, no. Like, it doesn't earn a lot of the stuff it does. It fucking just, it's not overly good. But at the same time,
There's still
for me, this is the kind of movie where if it's on, or if, like, I suddenly get a kick to want to watch, like, a bunch of 2000s comedies and, like, comedies from 2010s, I might throw this on. Because it's not good, but it's one of those forgettable comedies that can just kind of show up,
and
you have it in the background, you're like, whatever. Okay.
and you raised I think that was the best point you raised out there aside, is that as bad as this is something just gonna come. But the problem is, I don't know how quickly it'll come and go. It has like an 81% on Rotten Tomatoes.
To be fair,
that-
it's the first night.
True. That
And
good point. Very
that
good
is
point.
not, that
I didn't even-
81%
I didn't even check how
is
many.
critics,
True.
not people who have
audiences.
seen the movie.
And Rotten Tomatoes has recently updated their audience score. They're now verifying like people who are actually going to see the movie for that. So that's their audience score is a lot more legit now. Anyway, so
I would say if you want to see it,
sure
you're better off
Matinee,
going
at
like
best.
matinee,
or just wait
or
for Netflix.
waiting for
you
it
know?
to come to something.
So Zombieland 2, you missed most of the trailers. Zombieland 2, love the first one. We'll double tap that. Get us some
Seems
Twinkies.
decent, but I really don't want the whole movie to be, oh, we have to go get the girl from her boyfriend.
To
who
be
we
fair,
don't
the
trust.
original was just people doing stuff in a post-apocalyptic zombie world.
I know, but that was entertaining. Sorry, like, I'm looking at the screen, and there's, like, the stop button right where my finger is.
control the stop.
So I'm just like,
Pet the stop button.
this is going to make no sense once people are
Oh
actually
yeah,
watching on
I've
YouTube.
done that before. Just like, all right,
But
here.
also, I would say, I'm getting about as much entertainment from that as I am from the movie.
I say I'm getting a little bit more. I can tickle the balls. Just cough. Anyway, it's still a better joke than most of the jokes in this movie.
Yeah.
Terminator: Dark Fate. They're making another one, yeah, but it's more or less a direct sequel to Terminator 2.
I may have seen the trailer for that.
Where Linda it's Linda, not Linda Hamilton.
Yeah, it is.
Sarah. Oh, Linda Hamilton. Yeah, she's coming back. Yeah.
Linda Hamilton played Sarah Connor.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She's back in the series. So that honestly looks pretty decent.
Has she toned down on her smoking?
She does look like she smoked in her life, but she does also look like she's in good shape for a woman her age.
Interesting.
The Kingsman, the prequel, the origin of the Kingsman. It's got Ray Fiennes in it.
Was this set in like the 1800s?
Yes.
Wait, did I actually get like the era right?
Roughly speaking, yes.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like
I'm
Ray
okay with
Fiennes.
this.
You see the Kingsman Taylor. He's in the Bat Wars and stuff like that. It's
I
actually
like